09-06 relative to the awarding of contracts for solid waste collection and disposal. I do believe we're going to have a presentation
Want me to read this? Or?
from our Department of Public Works as well as the Solid Waste Advisory Committee. So Sean, yeah, if you can read that into the record, I'd appreciate it.
This is Resolution 2009-06, a resolution relative to the award of contracts for solid waste disposal and recycling services. Whereas the town's current contracts for solid waste and recycling collection and disposal are to expire, with the extensions said to said contracts available to the town, and whereas the Department of Public Works and Solid Waste Committee collaborated to develop a request for proposal for these services, and whereas the town received proposals from qualified vendors, which results in significant cost savings to the town. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Council of Londonderry, that the Town Council of the Town of Londonderry hereby authorizes the town manager to execute documents to award solid waste collection, automated, recycling, dual stream, and disposal contracts to Allied Waste Systems, Allied Waste Services.
Okay, so it's being introduced tonight and it's seconded. We're looking to waive the second reading and adopt this evening. So we'll move to a presentation from our Department of Public Works as well as the Solid Waste Advisory Committee. I do want to thank you folks for putting the presentation together. It's very helpful. I would ask that we try to walk through the presentation in a 30-minute or so time frame if we can, because there's going to be some questions and answers from the council, no doubt. So if we can do kind of an executive summary for 30 minutes, that would be appreciated.
Okay. It's all 30?
Well,
my name is Janusz, for records, Janusz Czyzowski, I'm Director of Public Works Engineering. With me here is Doris Beatty, who is our environmental engineer, and Donna Limoli, and on the side is Paul and Dave from the Solid Waste Committee.
Welcome.
Yes, I will be able to do it in 30 minutes.
Yay.
And we are discussing approximately $9 million or $8 million to be spent in the next 5 years. So I appreciate your trust in my judgment, but I think it's a lot of numbers and a lot of details. So I will be able to do it in 30 minutes. And I would also appreciate if I would be allowed to go through my presentation and then the questions will come after. Sure. Because I think some questions could be answered in my next slide instead stopping and going to the next slide.
Okay. Okay, that's fair.
And as resolution stated, our existing contract for solid waste and recycle is just about to expire on June 30th. And we, for fiscal year 2010, we put the numbers from our extension, permission to extending the contract that we have right now in town. I want to applaud the Solid Waste Committee, who was convinced that if we'll go for a new proposal, we will get a better numbers because the times change quite a bit. As you could see right now from the first slide, recycling didn't change very much. Recycling, existing extension, existing price is $364,000, $350,000. This is for an unlimited amount of tonnage that we can put over there, and the new price is $361,000. So it's a very small change. When it comes to solid waste, it is quite a bit of a big change, because you could see here that right now, Donna, is this the first slide? For fiscal year 2000, no, this is not the first slide.
Second slide.
This is you're going, yeah. So 361,000, just what is on the right side. For for solid waste, using the same method, conventional pickup, our collection fee is $700,000 and is $82.50 per ton. This is from our first extension. Our new proposal dropped down that price for collections to $567,000 and $68 per ton. However, as you could see with this asterisk over there, that annual increase will be 4% for the collection fee and $2 per ton for disposal. Now, we had response was pretty good. We had 5 companies that responded to our proposal. And this is and all firms were big firms, qualified firms to, to do their job, to provide a service. This number is the lowest number that we have right now on the slide that we could do. So the next slide shows us that in a fiscal year 2010, we have approximately, in approved budget, $2 million. That's $364 for dual recycling and $1.5 million, about $1.5 million for solid waste. That will, using $82.50, will allow us to collect 10,727 tons. Currently, what we are doing is this year 9,667 tons. So using the numbers from a new proposal, we could save approximately 291,000, which is a very good number for us right now, that if we do nothing else but sign the contract for the next year using the very method that we are using right now, it will be substantial savings. Now, if you go to the next slide, what we did when we went for new proposals, we asked for different options. We wanted to see if we can save even more than using the method that we have right now in town. And what we did, we rewrote the contract and we asked for solid waste to be picked up in conventional method, automated method, and pay-as-you-throw. Now, on the recycling side, we asked for dual recycling, manual, single-stream recycling, pick up manually, and single-stream automated. Now, it is very important that when we put that proposal, that everybody understands that depends what method we picked affects the other price. So if you pick conventional and have dual stream, affects the price in the recycling. If you pick automated, it will affect the price in single stream. So if you would look, I didn't give you the tabulation. I have 13 pages that Doris put together of tabulations. What you have over there is 4 pages of summary. And so it would be a little bit more than half an hour if I'll go over this. But this, it is a big matrix that shows, for each of this shows 6 options, because for each of them you can pick 3 options from one. For one conventional solid waste, you have to combine this with 3 options of recycling, because affects the price. Because depends how much you divert from solid waste to recycling, affects the price of recycling. So if we'll go to the next slide, what was our goal? Our goal was to reduce the cost of our contract by reducing the tonnage in our solid waste and diverting this to recycling. How could we achieve this? When we look at the prices, this could be achieved 2 ways. We can introduce automated system program that will limit the waste by using containers, fixed size containers. And maybe at this time I can introduce you to what the containers will look like. The fixed size container is, this one is 64-gallon container that would be used for solid waste.
All joking aside, how do those stand up with the plows?
They lose. The plows will win. But now the next method that we could see how we can save money is introducing the program pay-as-you-throw by charging for individual bag of disposal. And what we do in town right now, this slide introduces and tells us a little bit about the diversion rate. Right now, using in town conventional method of picking up solid waste and dual stream recycling, we currently divert 16% to our recycling. We would like to bring these numbers higher, knowing the more we'll divert from solid waste to recycling will reduce the cost. So in our contract, we look at it as, okay, conventional with single stream, manual, and automated. We checked with the vendors, we checked with statistics, and if we introduce that kind of method, how much can we divert, how much more? Everybody stated, don't count more than 8%.